Hey guys, Mrs. Dan's here. So I thought maybe it would be easy if you saw me do one problem with you, and I'll remind you of some things we talked about in class. So we know that this is a piecewise function because there are multiple pieces in this function notation. We learned how to graph both linear functions and absolute value functions. This first piece is definitely linear because it's in the form of y equals mx plus b. I know that my slope is -1/1, and I know my y-intercept is 4. So we'll graph that piece starting at 4 on the y-axis. And going down 1 unit and to the right 1 unit. Now remember, we don't connect this because we have to see where it exists. It exists for all x's that are less than or equal to 0. X is less than or equal to 0. So I could put this card here, but this one I don't really place because it's going forever. It's going to -infinity. So I connect what I see here and put an arrow so that it continues to go. Before we move on, we erase the points that are not used in this piece, and we check to see if this should be open or closed. So it says that x is less than or equal to 0, so equal to means it should be closed. So first piece done. Second piece also looks linear. Y equals mx plus b. So your b is a -1. Your slope is 2/3. And there are some things, I made a mistake on that one. And there are some things that I notice that I bet you these points I'm erasing, because remember, you can't have 2 points above each other when we're talking about a function. But let's take a look at where it exists. It exists from 0 to 3. So we could use our cards. It exists from 0 to 3. That's the domain that we use for that piece. After I take my cards away, I erase. And I check for open, closed circles. At 0, it should be open. And at 3, it should be closed. And now I have one piece left. Some people get a little confused on this last piece because it just says that y equals 2. Remember, when the variable x isn't here, it means that y is constantly 2. It really means that the slope is 0. It means that this is a horizontal line. Y is 2, so it's this horizontal line right here. Of course, I'm going to have to erase part of this, though, because it doesn't exist everywhere, because then it's not a function. It exists for all x's that are greater than 3. All x's greater than 3. So it starts at 3 and it goes forever in this direction. So I'll just put an arrow here, and I'll erase the rest of this. And I just have to see that starting point, whether it should be an open or a closed circle. If x is greater than 3, it doesn't equal it, so this is an open circle. And then I just double check to make sure it fits the rules of functions. Every input's only allowed to have one output, which means 2 points can't be above each other. And every place I look, this is good because one's open, one's closed. One's open, one's closed, and nothing's above each other. So this is a function, and I have to assume that I graphed it correctly. I can now evaluate f of negative 2. So I go to where x is negative 2 to see the y value, and it's at 6. F of 0, it's not that one because that's an open circle, so it's got to be 4. And then f of 5 has to be 2. And there we go. That's what we did today. So hopefully this helps you get through your homework, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, there's extra help, and I'll also answer questions in class. Okay, see ya. Bye.